Designing a building is more than just making it look good. It's about making it last. And this is where enclosure engineering fits into this. As an enclosure engineer, we think about all the different parts of the building and how they work well together. So all the individual components within an assembly, how those work together, if they're compatible, etc. Also, how each of those assemblies around the building will transition to one another and how they work well with each other. So, for instance, if we have a window going into a wall going into roof, a wall going into the underground tanking or waterproofing, things like that, how they all work together as one holistic system. Now, the whole point of a building is to have people inside it. Most of the time, there are some buildings that aren't designed for people, but most of the time for people. And the people inside obviously must be comfortable, obviously must be healthy, but to go even further than that, an enclosure engineer makes sure that the building itself, the structure of it, is also staying comfortable and healthy. It's not starting to have condensation in it, mold's not starting to grow in hidden places that we haven't seen. So when it comes to building enclosure engineering, what we're doing is we're going from something that looks really good, but also performs really well and will be durable for the entire lifetime of the building. I'm sure all of us have been in an older building. You kind of go in there, it feels a little bit moist. There's a little bit of a smell in the air and you're kind of trying to figure out what that is. Most likely what that is condensation. And if you have a good enclosure engineer on your team, you can avoid those things. You can avoid having to change the finishes and renovate the building prematurely. It's that difference between having a building that works pretty well for a good amount of time to working really well for the entire lifetime of the building, not requiring maintenance. So with that being said, that's kind of the basics of what a facade engineer or an enclosure engineer does. But next time we'll get into a little bit more specifics. We'll talk about precast concrete, how to design things that last the test of time.